It's me, Ari does it. Any movement or any achievement that will cancel itself out is a null movement. It's null because at the end of the day, you only have loss. Nothing is accomplished, nothing is improved. But there is an appearance as if there is a gain. Things seem to get better, but in reality, they're not getting better. They either stay the same, or, and this is most likely the case, things are getting worse. A null movement. I've spoken about it often on this channel. From the very start, when I began making videos, I explained null movements onto you. A null movement can, for example, be that you have this guy in an apartment complex or in a flat complex, and everyone's annoyed with him because he often has music loud, or sometimes he is cussing on the streets, whatever. So eventually, someone comes up with a petition to get them kicked out. So they start a petition. Most of the people in the flat complex sign it. They hand it over to the landlord, and the landlord tells him you need to go. Now, this guy thinks, you know what? Let me get out of here. Nobody wants me around here. He was smart. Now think about it. Did the group of people accomplish something? No. Because here's the thing. That guy was not loud during the night, hindering their sleep. He was only loud during the day. And they never talked to him about that he was so loud in his own house and they were bothered by the noise. They never did it. They just wanted someone to act out against. And here's the thing, all those people have issues in their own lives they don't want to face. So then, offloading their anxiety and their anger on that one guy and got him evicted, it feels like an accomplishment. But what has been accomplished? Absolutely nothing. They still have to deal with issues in daily life they don't want to face, and before you know it, they are longing for another scapegoat to dump upon. A null movement. Or maybe there is this politician who suggests we need more police on the streets, we need to arm the police more. So a lot of people in the public think, yes, more police on the streets, then all the crimes is over. It's quite naive. But where do all those police officers come from? They need to be trained. So a lot of young people, including former convicts, are now police officers. But all those new police officers have to deal with the stress of the job, and a lot of them have issues that aren't processed. So what happens? Police brutality. Yes, there's more police in the streets now. More people are arrested, that's true. But is a crime being solved? No. Things are getting worse. So the whole movement of getting more police on the streets, it was a null movement. It didn't accomplish anything good in the long run. Things got worse. But it seems like things are getting solved because according to the crime rate, more people are caught. But just because more people are caught doesn't mean the crime is being solved. Or it can be that a woman wants to leave her husband because she feels like, oh, I miss out on someone better. She may feel that way, but is it true? She doesn't care. She feels that way, and she already found another man online that she's been talking to and that she's been cheating with. So she insists on a divorce. Eventually, her children tell the father, Dad, let mom go. Because the children see this woman, their mom's out of their mind. Even the judge tried to ask the woman, are you sure about this? She insisted. Now, finally, she felt like she did what she wanted to do without having to consider other people. She willed what she willed. Okay, she's divorced now. She's openly narcissistic. So a lot of good potential men think, why would I want to get involved with this woman? So the only type of men she gets now are leftover, broke-ass men who only want to take advantage of her. And her stupid behavior makes the children look bad. So her insistence to get this divorce to do whatever she wants to do, was it something constructive, something good, whatever? No. It was a null movement. Look, null movements often happen in groups. Because movements don't just happen by individuals. Individuals can trigger movement, and movements are individuals moving in a certain direction. Not every movement is a null movement. Every movement will face challenges and sometimes even retaliation. So just because there's retaliation or there are challenges doesn't mean it's a null movement. A null movement, 99 out of 100, so 99% of the time, it starts off so good, so smooth, and so easy. And if there is a fight, you're going to feel so exhausted, and suddenly, bang, a great victory, victory after victory, and suddenly it all crashes down. And you think, what just happened? Let me tell you what happened. Demons took you for a ride, and you loved and enjoyed the ride. But now the ride is over, and guess what? The pollution's on you, the consequences are on you, and the demon just helping someone else doing the same thing over and over again. So beware of null movements. Make sure that whatever you participate in, whatever you agree with, is worth it in the long run. Just because you agree with something doesn't mean it's right. You can agree with something, and it's not the right thing to agree with. Let me say, even if it's the right thing to agree with, is it worth it? Just because something is the right thing to do doesn't mean it's worth it. Sometimes you have to do what's best, not what's right. Sometimes doing what's right will get you more trouble. For example, if you have someone in the bus looking weird at you, you can confront and say, "Sir, why are you staring at me? That's rude." However, that individual is not in his right mind. So if you confront them, he'll feel embarrassed and begin to explode. Then people get hurt over there. So doing the right thing will cause loss. So you don't do what's right, you do what is best. Null movements are always centered on doing what's right. Jesus, our Lord, is all about doing what's best. Satan is obsessed with doing what's right because he knows that doing what's right will often get things worse or the same. And Satan doesn't want any improvement for the better, especially no long-term improvement. Satan wants to keep everything conservatively bad. So, don't be trapped by doing the right thing. Because 9 out of 10 times you're entering a null movement, and the ones that will stay with the sorrows and the loss is you and those around you. And some of those losses cannot be recovered when it comes to human lives or some opportunities in life. So do not participate in a null movement. Look at the bigger picture, examine things, and above all, agree with Christ. Be at peace.